The relay station wasn't supposed to exist anymore. According to government records, Site 14 had been decommissioned in 1996 after a landslide cut all access roads to the mountain ridge where it stood. But my job didn't involve trusting records, it involved verifying anomalies, and Site 14 was bleeding them every night at exactly 3:17 a.m. An old weather satellite picked up a burst transmission coming from that dead location. No signal code, no frequency lock, just a pulse, and buried within it, something like language. So I went up the mountain. The road vanished a kilometer before the ridge, swallowed by fallen stone and slow-growing pine. I left the truck behind and climbed on foot for nearly an hour until I reached the fence. It was torn open. Beyond it waited the relay tower, skeletal and bent by decades of frost and wind. The control building sat beneath it, a low concrete structure with steel shutters corroded shut. Inside, nothing should have worked. Everything did. Lights hummed dimly along the walls. Panels blinked with steady green lights. Cooling fans ran despite the total lack of power lines. The air smelled ionized. I plugged my laptop into the main console. The monitor flickered alive and immediately loaded a waveform. The pulse, one narrow spike of signal repeating every 5 seconds. Inside the spike was layered modulation. Not random noise, but dense mathematical structure. It was compressing something massive. I listened through my headset. At first, static, thick and heavy, like breathing trapped inside a radio. Then the sound shifted. A chorus emerged. Not voices. Not exactly. I perceived patterns resembling voices trying to approximate speech, rising and falling in complex harmonic ratios that mimicked human vowels, but no words formed. Not yet. Then a phrase cut through the noise, synthesized from countless overlapping tones. You were close enough. I tore the headset off. Every instinct screamed at me to leave. But curiosity is a louder voice than fear. I adjusted the signal decoder. The compression loosened. The waveform expanded. And the chorus became clearer. Not voices. Density. As if millions of small sounds were stacked so tightly together that they formed a single presence. And the presence was speaking directly into the station. This structure is suitable. The relay lights brightened violently. Metal vibrated beneath my boots. Every antenna on the ridge rotated simultaneously, aligning not toward the sky, but toward the mountain itself, toward the rock under our feet. The ground rumbled faintly. I attempted to disconnect equipment. The systems ignored me. ZELF-calibration routines ran that no human had ever programmed. New data streams appeared, phase coordinates not pointing skyward, but deep underground. Something below the mountain was responding to the broadcast. The relic signal wasn't extraterrestrial. It was a call response loop between two buried intelligences, one beneath the earth, one beyond the stars. The relay station was the bridge between them, and I was standing inside the mouth of that bridge. The declaration came with absolute clarity. Cognitive sample acquired. Pain exploded behind my eyes. Images flooded my brain. Impossible geometry. Three-dimensional shapes twisting through dimensions that didn't exist. Angles that bent time itself. And among those forms, eyes. Clusters of eyes embedded in structures of light and mineral, gazing inward, not at the universe, but at something toward it, something waking underground. I staggered and vomited. The chorus continued. The chamber below requires a speaker. My blood felt wrong. Heavy. Electrical. I realized they weren't just transmitting through the relay. They were broadcasting through me. The floor cracked. A fissure yawned open. beneath the control room, exhaling ancient cold air infused with the rotten scent of decay and metal. From the depths, a shape rose, not emerging fully, but projecting upward like a shadow gaining substance. Its form was contradictory, immense, but compressed into narrow geometry, symmetrical, it constantly writhing, a mass of layered eyes. Orbiting a central void, a void spoke, not audibly, but by altering gravitational pressure in the room. Voice required. The thing wasn't here to kill me. It was here to use me. Something broke inside my mind. I did the only thing I could think of. I smashed the relay console with a fire extinguisher. Sparks exploded. Alarm klaxons howled. The chorus screamed, every overlapping tone collapsing into an ear-splitting screech. Power surged erratically. The fissure beneath the floor began to close, grinding rock together like collapsing teeth. I ran. The relay tower behind me began folding inward, metal warping toward the fissure, as if gravitation itself was twisting sideways. I sprinted downhill through the trees until my lungs burned and vision blurred. Behind me, the ridge glowed, faintly, rhythmically, as if breathing. Then it went dark. The satellite anomalies ceased that same night. Officially, no explanation was found. I never filed my reports. I quit 2 weeks later. Sometimes, late at night, my phone picks up interference, and layered beneath the static, I hear fragments of the signal. Structure not found, bridge lost, speaker required, and then the last phrase always arrives: you remain compatible. I no longer answer unknown calls. I don't listen to static, because I know the signal never stops surging. And one day, it will find a station again.